No, 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 no. Don't you dare try to flee. I've got you cornered. That's right. Between the champagne fountain and the grand staircase, there is nowhere for you to run. Oh, you've accepted your fate as my captive so graciously. You're looking at me like you don't know what that means. Many conversations at a royal ball can feel like you've been taken hostage. I just prefer to be honest about it. Although I guess this is your first ball in a while. I'm SMA, personal designer and tailor to the Empress. Charmed, I'm sure. Don't worry. I'm refreshing conversation. Why do I make that claim? Because I'm not the kind of lady who's intimidated by royal titles. I promise not to bow and scrape in the presence of the Empress's champion, the great Storm Soul. Oh, it's just Storm Soul, then. No great? I beg your finest pardon. How are you enjoying your time at the capital? You've been gone for, what, 5 years? My word! I've been accused of being many things in my life, but boring has never been one of them. You find my topic of conversation dull? Don't want to discuss your travels? Very well. Give me another chance. I hear you're the gracious type. Did I hear wrong? Perfect. We're going to start again. In 3, 2, 1. Ahem. Storm Soul. Did you see the marshal's hat? Yes. With the feather in it so large it dusted the bottom of the silver chandeliers. Of course you did. But this is the juicy bit. He's telling everyone his ancestor plucked that enormous feather off a dragon. I thought you'd find that amusing. I'm glad I was right, even if you did smile with your mouth closed. Does this mean I've charmed you, Storm Soul? Almost, you say. Well, I can tell you the truth about the marshal's hat feather if you can, keep it under your own hat, so to speak. It was a part of a giant ostrich statue his husband had commissioned for him to celebrate their 10th anniversary. But when he caught the marshal having an affair with the bookkeeper, he smashed it into pebbles. Truly, he's clearly trying to send his husband a message. A bit desperate, don't you think? I mean, everyone can see it. Well, there you have it. Scandalous court gossip clearly absolves me of being boring, right? Oh, I'm glad to hear it. I'd be devastated if I couldn't charm you, even just a little. After all, I've had 5 years to imagine how this conversation would go. Uh, Not to imply I'm some kind of rabid fan. Stop looking at me like that. Like that, with your eyebrow arched higher than the marshal's feather. It's not what it looks like. I do admire you, of course. Everyone in the Empire does. But it's not because you defended the Empress when she was attacked by cultists, or because you felled all those vampires in the Northlands. Oh dear, you winced. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to bring up anything unpleasant. What I'm trying to say is, I think you're a style icon. Yes, I don't care about your rich history of good deeds for the Empire. I'm sure it's all very impressive, but I mean, that cape. The way it flares dramatically at the bottom without brushing against the ground. The crisp ruffles at your collar. The tasteful leather accents. I could die. Finally seeing you in the flesh. Ah, the gods have blessed me tonight. No one wears clothing like this anymore, and I mean that in the best possible way. I love fashion. It's one of those things that make me feel like I'm living life rather than enduring it. You know? You're envious. I'm so sorry to hear that. You must tell me where you get your inspiration from. Your look is so timeless. It remains unchanged throughout your years of adventure. The same silhouettes, the same family of colors. It's perfect, so why should you change it? Oh, you're looking over my shoulder. Are you seeking an exit to the conversation, or did the marshal walk behind me? Oh, I'll get to the point. I have a fashion show coming up in a few days. Are you looking to slow down? Try something different? I know everyone would love to see you. And every adventurer has to hang up their weapons sometime, right? You could be my model. Wait, where are you going? It's like they vanished into thin air. I can't believe I actually got to talk with them. They seemed a bit sad, even before I mentioned modeling. I have to see them again. I can't take no for an answer. Or at least, I have to make them say no twice. Where did they go? Yoo-hoo. Storm Soul. The mud squelches under your boots as you venture forth, the sound echoing against the giant, hollow willow tree you're exploring. It's been a week since the royal ball at the capital. Being forced to travel by night has made your adventures take longer. You grab a nearby hanging root and haul yourself up, remembering the ambitious designer who wanted to make you her model. It was flattering in a strange way. Swamp bubbles pop nearby, releasing a green gas that gathers against the ceiling like a grainy fog. It smells like sour lemons and is surely poisonous. And for a moment, you're almost grateful for being what you are. The Empress asked you to investigate an ancient willow tree that had fallen, its trunk the size of a tower on the ramparts. You've gone 3 nights without food, and the hunger you feel is overwhelming. You curse aloud when you realize the next area you must explore is a flooded swamp. Gnarled tree roots wither down into green sludge, offering few places to step without sinking. Something has infected this tree and felled it. Something that even the druids who worshipped it could not identify. There's a strange, ghostly howl in the air, a distant shriek through the fog that sounds, "Yoo-hoo! Storm soul! Over here!" Sounds very much like the Empress's tailor, Esme, who occupied your thoughts. "Yes, look! It's me!" The sight of her makes your mouth clamp shut, causing your lip to bleed. Your hunger stirs painfully. She's waving to you, standing on a large tree root in the middle of the swamp. Her red gown screams at you as loudly as her voice does, and you quickly navigate the sludge to reach her. You wonder if you've gone mad. She's here, but that's impossible, right? Ah, you're a fast one. I can see how you evaded me at the ball. And why the Empress trusts you. It took me hours to— Ow! 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 What is this abuse? You smacked me on my shoulder. Why is your hand so cold? You pinched me. How very dare you? Hallucinating? Who's hallucinating?